Hello friendly people of the internet, I am Hyper Super Sora, and this is Remembering Avatar, where I try to talk about the Avatar episodes completely from my memory, and then I watch the episode to see what I got wrong. I'm recording this after I watched the episode since the first take went bad. Shit. Sorry. Anyway. But I do remember what I remember about the episode and what I got wrong, so basic plot synopsis. The gang are camping, ready to pack up, and they run into the Fire Nation, which Jet, the main character, the title character of this episode, saves their asses. Plays them in a way, since he's so charismatic and charming, he lays the moves on Katara, getting her completely on his side. Katara, you've known her for a week. You've known him for a week. Don't trust him more than your own fucking brother. But of course she gets a crush on him. Meets up with Jet and his freedom fighters in a Lost Boys reference, because they live in tree houses, don't you know? Aang and Katara, Aang taking a backseat, warm up to Jet rather quickly while Sokka's a bit apprehensive, and then Jet plays for them for a bit, getting Sokka to go on a mission with him, where Jet is ready to beat up an old defenseless man, because he's from the Fire Nation, you racist bitch. And the line in the sand is made. For Sokka, this is war times, yes, but this is not a soldier. This is a person just trying to live their life. We are not going to attack them. End of discussion. Jet, you're Fire Nation, I'm gonna kill ya. Sokka's really the main focus on this episode. Oh yeah, Katara and Aang are there. Aang especially is just there. But it's mostly Katara being too emotional to actually see, hey, this guy is a sociopathic killer. And yes, I stand by that. I'm fairly certain Jet in the past has murdered someone. Because he is just so willing to, flood an entire village. Earth Kingdom, Fire Nation, doesn't matter. If it gets me to kill a Fire Nation person, I'm gonna do it. And what else can I say that I said in the original thing? But yeah, Sokka rescues the town, makes sure everybody got out. Jet initially captured him, but he escaped pretty easily. And Aang and Katara basically stumble across Jet being evil. Thus, fight scene ensues, it's a good fight. And they just kind of leave Jet there. Now, again, they don't kill him, that's fair, but if they turned him over to the Fire Nation, they would have probably killed him, so maybe leaving him there was the best option they had at the current moment. And one funny joke I'll point out is that Aang is laughing at a guy for having a stupid name, and then it's revealed, instead of being the tiny guy, it's the really tall, buff guy, and Aang doubles down on the joke, it's just like, yeah, your name's hilarious. I thought that was funny. Subverting expectations in two different ways, and Aang doubling down on the fact that the name is hilarious. It's just one of the funniest jokes in my opinion. I like that joke so much. But let's get into the Hyper Super Sora that was actually recorded. Okay, so just got done watching the episode. Things I'd like to point out. One, the name was Pipsqueak. The name was Pipsqueak, and I was right about 20 guys, which Jet took out about 7 of them. Maybe. And Katara, you've known this guy for less than a week. Trusting him is a bad idea. You can't determine someone's character out of less than a week of knowing them. Sokka's instincts, as they keep referring to it on this episode, I'm going to call it the guts, since that's what it is, tells them, hey, let's walk so the Fire Nation can't track us. Well, they kind of accidentally run into the Fire Nation, but it also helps them run into Jet. Oh, walking sucks, Aang says. Oh, sure it would if I could fly. Anyway. yeah, he avoided one problem. His instincts led him to where he needed to go. When Katara and Aang went to fact-check Jet, yeah, he blatantly lied to them. But Aang has kind of been a backseat this episode, I've noticed. He kind of doesn't really do anything until the very end where it's just like, oh, he's going to blow up the dam. Because he's actually able to make that revelation and go, okay, can't trust him, got stuff to do. Where Katara is being too emotional and just like, I trusted him, I knew him for less than a week. Thing I got wrong was sort of end events, just like Sokka left the camp trying to pack up and get ready to go. Then he sees them taking the blasting jelly that they got earlier off in the episode, Chekhov's gun, and he follows them. And during night, which they capture him, Jet, Smellerbee, and Pipsqueak. Yes, I remember all their names. There was also the Duke and Longshot. Also another one I can't remember. But he shows up in the comics. Captures Sokka, and it's just like, you lied to my brother, you lied to my sister, and my friend. It's because they wouldn't know the art of war, unlike you and I. We need to sacrifice in order to win. Sacrificing innocent lives? No. And he pretty much sends his goons to fucking kill Sokka. Take him for a walk. Take him for a walk. A long walk. They're doing everything to say, that avoid the word kill. Also, a little touch is just like when Jet's doing his speech and he goes, they're dead wrong. They fade the light from whatever it was to a deeper red to know, yeah, this is the bad guy. Nice little touch there. I like that. But yeah, Sokka escapes, goes to town, warns the villagers, old man stands up for him. Katara and Aang fill up the reservoir with water, and the only reason they figure out that Jet's, an asshole, is Katara wants to surprise her new boyfriend of the week by meeting him up at the reservoir instead of the base. They literally only figured out that Jet was a murderous psychopath because Katara wanted to surprise him. The red flag should have been Sokka apologizing. Just like, wait a minute. This seems out of character. We should go check up on some things. And then eventually stumbling across, hey, Jet's a murderous psychopath. But the whole reason that Jet is doing all this is because the Fire Nation killed his parents. Understandably so. Oh, that he'd be right pissed. But in my opinion, you should not let one bad day control your entire life. The Batman the Killing Joke thing, where it's just like the Joker goes, one bad day can make you snap. I don't think that. I don't think one defining moment should contribute to all of your life. This hatred, this revenge, his parents dying and him witnessing that consumed him, that anger, that rage. And he is looking for any way out. Doesn't matter what it is. To the point where he's willing to slaughter, and I mean slaughter, an entire town. And people are willing to follow him because he's so charismatic. He can hype them up. He can tell them, and he can, what's the word I'm looking for? Build them up. Tell them the right things that they need. Whereas a character later on will tell them, and fear me, Jet will do something different, where he'll build them up. Where that character later on will break them down. It's just like, yeah, no, obey me, because I'm the king. Well, Jet will build them up and go, yeah, you are awesome. That's why you should help me. But I would have had it, because Katara had some hesitation when it figured out, where's Sokka? That should have been an instant snap of, I want to kill this motherfucker. but she cries. She had a crush on this guy that she knew for less than a week. And he's just going through the flow of this entire episode. He's just like, well, the dam's gonna blow up, I better go stop it. He's kind of taking a back seat to Katara and Sokka in this. Yeah, he's the Avatar, he's the main character, but Sokka was really the main focus this episode. And Katara just kinda sucks again. Well, she isn't bad, but I'm very much a Sokka guy, as you can tell. Is there anything else I want to point out? Jet's weapons, the hook blades, are specifically designed to kill people. So, nice touch. Anything else? Just mentioning Katara and how she sucks and hesitates. But again, as soon as she figures out that Jet did something to Sokka, I think a switch should have flipped and she would have went on full murder mode. Like, this is her brother. You do something to her brother, she should go fucking nuts. But she doesn't. Because, again, crush. But yeah, they stop him, they save the town, they go off into the sunset. Hey, sometimes my instincts are right. We're going the wrong way. And sometimes they're wrong. Trust your gut, ladies and gentlemen, but always verify it. What did I think of this episode? I think it's great. 1, Jet's an interesting character that we get to see later on. 2, this is a great focus episode for Sokka. 3, yeah, he's right. This will rid the village of the Fire Nation, flooding the entire village, but it will also get rid of other people. We have to stay human. We can't let these things control us. We have to be keeping the moral high ground, essentially. I honestly think Jet is one of the better episodes in the entire show. Especially since this is not where Jet's story ends. We get to see him later on. But what did you guys think of Jet? The episode, the character? I don't care. Leave your comments down below. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. And subscribe to see more instincts of the Ultra variety. And hit that little notification bell to see when I upload all the time. Until next time, I'm Hyper Super Sora. Sayonara.